there. He's right there. Yeah, he's right there. What are you doing? He's right here. It is the start of the greatest month of the year. We've got a west-southwest wind, which is perfect for our favorite stand. We've already had 3 coyotes chase a doe by us. Looking forward to a really good sit.
Now this 8-point over here off of my right shoulder, he came in, I heard him, but I couldn't see him for a while. There's a lot of saplings with still a lot of green leaves on him. He's standing here broadside-ish at about 22, 24 yards, but that branch you can kind of see on the right side is right where my arrow has to go through. So I elect to pass the shot right here, really just hoping that off to my left, he's going to give me a nice quartering away shot. I was full draw at one point in time. I let down, and I'm just going to wait until he gets over to that spot. Now he's cruising through here. It's the same trail a lot of the other deer have followed, so I go to full draw here pretty quickly because he's going to be walking right in front of the same tree that a couple other deer already have. Now, as you can see, I did stop him, and there was probably a half second to a full second where I could have sent the arrow. My vision is just not very good, and lining up everything takes more than a second for me to do. So by the time I really did have it behind his shoulder, he's standing there like that. It doesn't look like it, but it's a pretty hard quartering shot, and he's a pretty nice deer. He's probably in the mid-130s as an 8-point. And I'm just not going to send an arrow 35 yards with that hard quartering of a shot. We have this stare down, and I'm full draw for, I don't know, I'll probably speed this up here, but it had to have been 3-4 minutes. And then I can't hold it back any longer. I just need him to take one step away, and eventually I let down, and he hears that and walks right out of my life. This buck caught us pretty well off guard. I do have him in that same window. I got my bow, but it's just not going to happen in that same area that branch is in the way. Looks like he's walking the same trail, but maybe a little bit deeper. Get a little nervous about what happened last time. Look down to my dad and ask him for his crossbow. He hands it up to me, and I realize I got to sit down to shoot this thing because he's just a little bit further. And it's pretty loud, but I get seated, and I'm ready for the shot.
Meh. He's gonna go down. Oh, I made it to the field. He's going across the field. Yeah, he's going across the field. He's halfway across it. I don't know if he went down or not. I just lost sight of him. Oh, I just did the switcheroo. I couldn't shoot him with my bow. My dad handed me his crossbow. That's a nice buck. Not the best footage. Everything happened way wrong. Everything keeps coming from our right. Everything's set up to film it for my dad. And everything's walking by me. I've already been full draw on 130-inch 8-point. But that was at least a 9. Let's go. Well, I shot him after about, I don't know, 25 yards. He stumbled real hard like he was going to go down. You probably hear me say, I think he's going down. And then he just bolts with his tail up, which is kind of odd, straight across the field. And I smoked him. I mean, you heard it, smacked him. I guessed that he was at 40. Because that big branch going across is 32. So he was like at least 35. Did you see the other deer in the field running? Guys, so you know it wasn't him. There was one already in the field that went left. And this one went straight away. It was 8-point. So we just got down. It's almost noon. I shot that buck at 9:21. We're gonna go look at the arrow and maybe walk out to the field edge, but that's about it. The blood's awesome. We'll go check it out, but if not, we're gonna back out. I'll take the bow. Brought my board tracking dog with me.
So we get to the spot of impact, can't find the arrow. I actually found a little bit of muscle on a leaf, got me super nervous. After a couple yards of not finding blood, I was getting really nervous. And then he started to open up. That bright red blood, bubbles in it. Everything was looking good as we were walking through the woods. Now we only had 70 yards, 50, 60, 70 yards to get to the field edge. And all that blood was good.
Yeah, so we'll just see.
We get into the radish and oats, and it was still maintaining some good red blood, but then it switches to this dark red stuff, and it's a lot more sparse, and there's no bubbles in it, and it got us extremely nervous. As you can see, actually, there's a fawn out in the field. We pan over to her, and that's almost at the edge of the field where we look down. There's a lot more dark red blood, and we just decide we're going to back out right then and there. We are southbound, headed back to the property. I've got a lot of different people who think that this deer's dead nuts, and I got a couple people that think I'll be lucky to find it. I did blow it up on the computer, sent it out to some people, slow-mos. The arrow looked like it went in front of the shoulder that was facing me, but he was quartering a little bit, so it looks like it went possibly through the heart or arteries or something like that. It did shoot right through him, actually bounced off the ground and up into a tree, which is why we didn't find the arrow. Hoping he's right down on the other side of this field, right in the ditch before the swamp, but I did bring my waders just in case he is in the swamp. Alright, so we are at last blood that we looked at. It's pretty dried now. I'll show it to you guys. We're on the edge of this woods and swamp, so if he's in here, it's right down in here, so anticipations are high. He's right there. He's right there. Yeah, he's right there. What are we doing? He's right here.
Is this record on top?
It's already going. It's been going.
Oh.
Holy smokes. He's been dead right here the whole time. Oh, I can't get my arrow out. Are you kidding me? And he's sweet. Look at this deer. Are you kidding me? He's awesome.
High and tight.
That's gotta be.
That's got to be his grandfather.
That's gotta be. Oh my Lord. Oh, thank you so much. I can't even believe this. This is, oh my God, this is a buck we chased a few years ago. This is easily his, what am I trying to say?
Probably his grandson.
Grandson or something?
Yeah.
Look at this deer. Sweet. Look at those brow tines, they're the same.
High and tight junior.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
Guess who it is?
Huh?
Here, I'll flip it around so you can see. Guess who it is? It's
I'm sure
it's
I know
high
any
and
names, babe.
it's High and Tight's son.
I was gonna say, look at those brow ties.
How cool is that? I had no trail camera photos of him.
Aww, that's amazing.
I didn't even know what I shot.
Yeah.
Wow. Now that I talked to Anthony on the phone, I told him, I said it looked like from the base of the antler all the way to the G2 was just the same, and that's the same thing that it is for High and Tight. Oh.
I love it.
Well, it is November the 1st. My dad and I had one great morning. Every year lately, he's up to bat first, and I get in the stand with the camera, and a lot of times I bring a crossbow or the bow with me just in case. And there's just some bucks that my dad's not into that I am. It's funny, this is one, but I didn't even give him a chance to shoot at this one. This is High and Tight Junior. Gave him the name after I killed him, which is super funny, but I can't thank my dad enough for putting the money into this property and letting me do what I get to do out here. We've had success every year being out here, and it doesn't look like it's going to stop anytime soon. We've just been figuring out this property every single year better and better, and keep getting it done in archery season, baby.